Darkness.
The darkness. The darkness.
I'm in Kingdom Hearts land, everybody! There go Timon and Pumbaa! Rah rah rah, Timon and Pumbaa, have your adventures! Da na 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 da na 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 na. I'm in Kingdom Hearts land. I'm having a magical adventure. Anyway, here's a video telling you why Kingdom Hearts is shit! Have you ever been burnt out on something you feel you've barely experienced? Like, maybe you were one of those people who never saw Frozen, but got exposed to so many references to Let It Go that you were utterly sick to death of Frozen before you saw it. And then you do finally see it and you find out it's not even all that bloody good. I mean, it's okay, but it's nowhere near as good as John Carpenter's The Thing, is it?
Let it go! Let it go!
You see, I'm so utterly tired of Kingdom Hearts as a series, despite having only vaguely dipped my toe in the waters of its saturated spin-offs. Spin-offs that are nonetheless so full of important plot details, they need to at least be vaguely experienced if you want to possess a mere hint of what's going on with Kingdom Hearts' utterly ludicrous plot. Look, dear viewer, I played and adored Kingdom Hearts. I played and adored, albeit slightly confusedly, Kingdom Hearts 2. With Kingdom Hearts 3 now on the horizon, I should feel primed and prepared for it. I mean, I played Kingdom Hearts, I played Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's just a fun little game about Disney shit, so what's not to understand? Oh right, yeah. The gibberish. All the fucking gibberish. Kingdom Hearts, as a narrative, is a total fucking mess. All fucking fusion dances and matrix shit and heartless and nobodies and unversed and darkness and hearts and hearts and darkness. The scriptwriters are in desperate need of a thesaurus. Try and find other synonyms for darkness, for crying out loud.
Darkness.
Darkness. Darkness.
The darkness. 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 The darkness. Darkness. The darkness.
Darkness. Darkness.
Darkness. Darkness. The darkness. Darkness.
Kingdom Hearts' rampant overuse of words like heart and darkness isn't just a minor gripe. They're repeated so much that you risk losing sight of the storyline because your brain will just gloss over the banal dialogue. This is a major issue because if you lose one of these vital plot threads, Kingdom Hearts doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't care if you understand it or not. It'll keep rambling on about how many Ansems and Xenosagas are running around. And it'll do so in all sorts of side games that the majority of players likely won't play, to the point where newer games need full-on primers to get you to at least grasp the basics. Well, we here at the Jimquisition are nothing if not helpful, and this episode is in part its own primer to the series of Kingdom Hearts. I shall now relay to you the plot of Kingdom Hearts as a series in chronological order, starting with what we learn in... what's this called? Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Jesus Christ, Square Enix. Now, before I start, I've already got a problem. The first entry, Chi Unchained Chi Union Cross back cover. What? What does that mean? I don't understand what that means, but anyway, the tale begins in the age of fairy tales, where the Master of Masters has entrusted each of his 5 apprentices with a copy of the Book of Prophecies, a tome that contains the future, but also contains other powers like the ability to create worlds, okay? The book foretells of a dire event coming where all-out war will consume the world and darkness will swallow the light. Fairly straightforward. The Master of Masters warns his apprentices that this event is set in stone and is impossible to change, so not to fixate on it. Instead, plan for what comes next. He also bestows a special task on each of his apprentices. Ira is given the task of being the leader. Ace is given the task... Ava was given the goal of training dandelions? What? Keyblade wielders that will go forth after the war to help rebuild, and Gula was given a missing page from the Book of Prophecy that speaks of a traitor and his task with discovering who it is. The Master of Masters' final apprentice, Lu Shu, who was not given a copy of the book, drive a wedge between the 5 apprentices, now called Foretellers, as accusations of stealing Luke's, and fierce competition creates animosity between the unions. All the while behind the scenes, the Foretellers... Birth by sleep. That doesn't mean anything. That means nothing. But in a more recent time, a trio of Keyblade wielders named Ventus, Terra, and Aqua seek to complete their training and earn their Mark of Mastery. A symbol of Keyblade mastery that demonstrates one's ability to resist the darkness. Aqua and Terra are both being tested for the mark under the supervision of Master Ericus and his colleague and current wielder of the At this point, the three young Keyblade wielders' stories divide. Oh good, so we've got three things to follow now. Terra's journey has him seeking out the now missing Master Xenoblade, who appears to be searching. Ventus's tale, however, confronts the matter of Ven's dark past. A former disciple of Xenazana Xenohort, the master pushed What the fuck Ven is Terra Xenonauts? What the fuck is Terra Xenonauts? They find Terra Xenonaut, who has lost many of his memories, you see. In an attempt to help him, she triggers Xenonaut's dominant control on the body, and they have one final battle game before the first video game that actually came out. 10 years have passed since the battle at the Keyblade Graveyard with Master Xenonus. On the sleepy little world of the Destiny Islands, the trio of friends, Sora, Riku, and Kairi, dream of leaving their world. They want to do some stuff. 7 maidens without darkness in their hearts, a man named Ansem, who once studied the Heartless before being consumed by the darkness himself. Sora finds Riku, but his friend is cold-hearted. He is no longer Riku, but Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness now. Sora manages to defeat Ansem Riku, but then decides to use Riku's Keyblade on himself to free Kairi's heart. Eventually agrees, and he's sealed. Meanwhile, in the base Oblivion, Riku awake, he begins his own where he confronts battles with Riku, where records to create the Riku clone. I remember when it was just running around Agrabah, helping Aladdin and his mates. Roxas was found by the organisation in a world called Twilight Town that rests on the border. His friends then ride the train to the tower of Master Yen Sid, his former master. There he was discovered to Sora, I believe that you'll say he contains you know what? Forget it. Forget it. It's just an epilogue. Now you're all ready for Kingdom Hearts 3. Square Enix loves complicated, complex, contrived, and nonsense. This was very effectively demonstrated with Square Enix's own toy line PlayArt's Kai, where this complete and utter mess of a Batman was designed by artist Tetsuya Nomura. What is this shit? It's like Ultron fucked a Gundam and had a Michael Bay Transformer baby. It's supposed to be fucking Batman, dude. This thing looks like it's trying to be anything except a man or a bat. And it seems like a petty complaint, I know, but it's an exemplar of how Square Enix can take the most simple, straightforward ideas and scramble them with so much unnecessary detail they become downright garbled. Square Enix's love of complication can be a real turn-off, and this is part of the reason I've been nowhere near as excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 as I could have been. Kingdom Hearts should be an incredibly easy pitch. It's Disney shit and a bit of Final Fantasy shit. That is what made the original so compelling, and yet Square Enix had to layer on top an almost impregnable layer of convoluted bullshit. It's so desperate to twist the plot that sometimes the plot is twisted before you even understand that there was a plot to twist. Square Enix has a major problem of narrative bloat, so full of extraneous detail and entangled plot threads that they can't fit all of a game's story into a game anymore. They had this issue with Final Fantasy 15 as well. A great enough game that nonetheless had fucking crucial plot points relegated to a tie-in movie that explained things like, oh, I don't know, the very reason there's even a conflict in Final Fantasy 15? You know, things that are actually rather fucking important to a game's narrative, rather than commercials for fucking cup noodle, which is what Final Fantasy 15 had instead. Lots of time for noodles, no time for fundamental world building, because Square Enix doesn't seem to know what's relevant to a game's story and what fucking ain't. I feel like Square Enix is missing some script editors somewhere. Enough people with enough clout to say no to things and actually cut this shit down to size. Whoever's editing these repetitive, meandering, labyrinthine stories isn't being harsh enough. You could go through those scripts with a big fuck-off chainsaw and carve away pages and pages of nonsensical dialogue about hearts and darkness without sacrificing any audience comprehension. In fact, enough time might be saved that you don't need half a dozen side games in order to relay the full scope of the plot. Just let me swing my magic key around Lion King land, for fuck's sake. It's so simple! Not that complex is bad, it's just you need to be good at writing to have a complicated plot that works, and Kingdom Hearts as a series, to be honest, isn't all that well written. It's poorly paced, the dialogue is really repetitive. It's the narrative equivalent to George Lucas layering in all that CG shit with the special editions of Star Wars. Just too much layered on without regard to what's already there. And let's talk about that. Another main reason I've been feeling so lukewarm in the months leading toward a game I should be creaming my jeans over. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not, as the name might suggest, the third Kingdom Hearts game. Oh no, this is the 10th Kingdom Hearts game. Well, I mean, I counted 10, but the Kingdom Hearts wiki says it's the 11th installment, and Wikipedia proper says it's the 12th. Fuck me running, we can't even decide how many there are. Well, before KH3, we definitely had Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Coded, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts X, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. What the fuck, Square Enix? What is it with you and names? You Fabula Crystallis fuckheads! I guess how many there are depends on what else you count, since Kingdom Hearts V-Cast and Kingdom Hearts Mobile exist too. Some sources list those apart from the main games, which is what's led to the listing discrepancies, I feel. Plus there are the re-releases, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix, and Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far. All of this is to say that Kingdom Hearts is the only series I know to have completely burned me out before reaching even its third entry, because I haven't stopped hearing about Kingdom Hearts. I haven't stopped at least trying new Kingdom Hearts games since 2002. All of them with cringe-inducingly pretentious names and ever more elaborate plot threads, and more importantly, the continued diminishment of what was once a bloody special idea. Because this show is literally watched by almost 0 kids, I am sure many of you will remember exactly how magical an idea the first Kingdom Hearts was. What's this? An action RPG with Disney characters and fucking Sephiroth in it? That's amazing. And it was. Kingdom Hearts' core premise is fundamentally incredible and ambitious, the kind of crossover of properties and films that turned heads long before there was an Infinity War to dazzle us. It's the kind of game that should be an event, but Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't feel like an event to me. Despite being the first proper grown-up Kingdom Hearts game since 2005, I feel like I'm over the core idea. This is not to say I won't be playing Kingdom Hearts 3, of course I'll be playing it, and I'll probably enjoy it a lot, even if Frozen is nowhere near as good as Saw 5, that should have been in it. But there is nowhere near as much wind in Kingdom Hearts 3 sails as there should be, because despite this being the third game, despite this being a huge deal of a game release, the concept, the characters, and the story, well, it's all been done to death by almost a dozen releases of highly questionable value. It's an odd situation where the sense of saturation has come not from endless sequels, but endless side guff, which is just a massive squandering of a great idea that should be used so much more sparingly. But no, Square Enix just had too much story to tell, apparently. Story that didn't even need a quarter of itself telling, if we're being brutally honest. Heart darkness, heart darkness, heart darkness, and might I add, heart darkness. I trust you'll appreciate that today's episode had a little bit of tongue-in-cheekiness to it, although there are serious points to be made, chiefly the point that Kingdom Hearts is shit. But something that isn't shit is a new merchandising opportunity at the Gimporium. Oh yes, you've heard of Pogs. Well, we've got those, okay? Pogs, but like Jimquisition ones. And we're going to do one of those a month? Yeah? He's nodding. One of those a month, yeah. It'll be our Pog of the month, but we can't call them Pogs because that's a bit of a legal bit of trickery that we haven't really navigated. So we had a look around the internet to see what we could call them that wouldn't infringe on anything or remind anyone of anything. So I bring you Pogs! Now, we had a look on the internet and didn't see anything that could relate to outside of what we're doing. So, Pogs! We'll be doing our Pog of the month at the end of this month? February. The end of February. We'll be doing... Beginning of February. Is it beginning? Beginning of February. We'll be doing Pog of the month. So go over to thegimporium.com and get them. Thank God for me. I'm sweating. Now I'm sweating.